let's get straight into it and rate the ground. Right, hello everyone and welcome to this new video on the channel. So tonight we have got NCEL League Cup quarter-final action. We've watched Rossington Main in every single round so far and we're keeping that streak up tonight as we head for Norwood Recreation Ground for Beverley Town versus Rossington Main. So in today's video I've got my thoughts pre and post match as well as the match day vlog itself. I haven't been a new ground on the channel for this season. We're going to rate the ground, so without further ado, let's get into the video. So let's start off with home team Beverley Town, and they are currently in 6th place out of 20 teams in the NCEL Premier Division, which is just outside of the playoff places. And in the last game they had a 1-0 home win against Pickering Town, so that ended 2 games without a win for Beverley, and it's been a good season for Beverley for the first season at this level. It was a bit of a slow start, to be fair. It took them a while to get into the step of things, but once they did find the stride, they shot up the table very quickly indeed. And up until about a month ago they were fairly cemented in a playoff spot, but a few tough results here and there, they have just slipped outside of them, and teams having games in hand and stuff like that as well. But they are only just outside the playoffs, and it all takes a few results either way for you to shoot back into there, so that is what they'll be looking to do after this cup game. And as for my local team and the away team at Rossington Main, we are currently in 12th place at 20th in the same league, the NCEL Premier Division. And in our last game, we had a 4-1 win against Albion Sports, which were a very good win indeed. So we've currently won 2 in a row, and we are unbeaten in our last 5 in all competition. And we're in form at a good time to fair come the end of the season. Like I say, it's going to be a bit too late, to push for the playoffs, and we are miles clear of relegation, but it's good to see us ending the season in a good form. And I think a big reason for that as well is that Greg Young has been playing. Of course, he is the player manager, so it's a bit of an awkward one, playing yourself when you are managing at the same time. But I just think the defence looks so much better, and he just gives you that reassurance, someone with a bit of experience, of a young defence. And we've looked very impressive with him in, and he's even got a goal in each of the 2 games that they've won. So yeah, that is really good to see, and hopefully, like I say, even if we're not going to get into the playoffs, it'd be great to see Rosso get a good cup run. So this is the quarter-final of the NCEL League Cup. There's been 3 previous rounds before the quarter-final. So in the first round, both teams received a bye, and then in the second round, Beverley had a 6-2 away win at Louth Town, whereas Rosso drew 2-2 away at Brig and then won on penalties. And then in the previous round, which was the third, both teams won on penalties. Beverley drawing 0-0 at home to Pickering before winning on penalties, and the same with Rosso. They had a 1-1 draw away with Albion, a very late equaliser from Rosso as well before they went on to win that game on penalties. And they've played each other in the league as well. It's been a 1-1 draw away at Beverley, so I think that brings me on nicely to my prediction for today's game. So which team is going to get to the semi-final of the NCEL League Cup? My prediction is it's going to be a tough game for both teams, this I feel. Rosso are in form. Beverley's not doing too bad either. They're good at home as well. I'm going to go for Rosso, though. I'm going to back my own team. I didn't in the last round. I'm going to in this round. I think we're in form, a bit form at the right time, but looking good. Like I say, you never know what team either team's going to play as well. We've been a cup game, but I'm going to back Rosso here. I'm going to go Beverley Town 1, Rossington Main 2. Anyway, that concludes my pre-match thoughts then. So it's my second visit to the Norwood Recreation Ground. Last time I went was the playoff final last season, where Beverley beat Shirebrook on penalties to reach the NCEL Premier Division. So I'm looking forward to visiting again. Like I say, it was 1,500 in attendance, a very, very busy one. So it weren't easy to, really check out all facilities. I didn't get out to eat or drink, so I'm looking forward to making sure I do that this time and, giving it a proper go. And of course, you guys are going to come along with me to find out my experience. So I think it's time to head down there now then, but just before we do, there's 2 things that you guys need to do. First one, if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, and secondly, make sure you like the video, whether you're an old or new viewer. Any support is greatly appreciated and really does help this channel grow, so let's aim for 30 likes on this video. I've done really well for like targets so far, so let's tick another one off and you guys can get me 1 like closer to hitting that target. So now that you've done both of them things, we can head off to the ground. So without further ado, let's make our way over to Beverley and see how tonight's game goes. Here come the teams. Rosso in red, Beverley in blue. Oh. Oh, save. Strike as well.
Well done, Lionel!
Oh, save. He's had a good game.
Great goal!
That's a great ball. This is that trick. Half time 3-0 to Beverley. A lot for Rosso to do if we want to stay in this.
How you doing, man?
Oh, been a nice assist. Could have done better. Oh. Hey. Oh, save. Oh. No comeback. Full time, 5-3.
Possibly half time, unfortunately.
Yep. Okay, it's now the following morning, and at full time it finished Beverley Town 5, Rossington Main 3, and that's a weird game to be fair. It didn't feel like an 8-goal game, and to be honest, the 5-3 scoreline flattered Rosso quite a bit. To be fair, it should have been a lot more comfortable for Beverley, and it was until, you know, Rosso got two goals back late on. I mean, in first half, Rosso was just never in it. Beverley, to be fair, Rosso played poor, but Beverley did play well as well, and you know, got themselves 3-0 up. The number 11 getting a hat trick, and we just couldn't deal with him, to be fair. And yeah, Beverley were just better in every area. And at half time, like I say, we were 3-0 down, and then, to be fair, we looked better in the second part of the second half. Beverley went 4-0 up, a good finish, to be fair. It sounds like it took a deflection from what I've just did on social media, but nevertheless a very, very good finish. And then Rosso did get a goal back. Beverley got one back not long after, and then, like I say, Rosso got two late on to make it 5-3. Well, it's one of them. Like I say, both teams made changes. I think quite a lot of reserves versus reserves at the end, but nevertheless, you know, good fighting spirit from Rosso in the last 20 minutes or so to you know, not make the scoreline as big as it probably should have been, because, to be honest, Beverley probably, you know, should have easily won by more than that. But nevertheless, it is cup football. We've both got each other at the weekend as well, so both teams have wanted to rest players for that, especially with them 3-0 at half time and Beverley been in control. You know, Rosso kind of probably felt like they weren't going to get back into this game. Beverley felt like it had already been won, so you know, it's understandable from both teams. But yeah, they've both got each other at the weekend now. It's going to be an interesting one at Rosso at this time. Like I say, Rosso will be wanting revenge. You know, I'm sure they won't, but will Beverley take it a bit lightly? We how easily they beat them this time, so it's going to be an interesting result to look out for. I'm sure I will look out for that. But yeah, it's Beverley who advance through to the semi-finals, and Rosso are now out, and have just got the end of the season in the league. So yep, my second visit to Beverley. Been during the day and at night now, so two different perspectives on my visit. So I suppose all we've got left to do now is rate the ground. Okay, so it's time for Rate the Ground. So if you're new to the channel, what we do is each time we visit a new ground in the season, we'll give them a rating on 5 different categories. So we've got pre-match, the catering, the ground, the atmosphere, and the overall experience. Each category is getting a score out of 5 based on the level that they're at, a total score out of 25, and they'll put them into a table of all the grounds we have been to this season. So this time it's the turn of Beverley Town. So without further ado, let's get straight into it and rate the ground. So let's start with pre-match then. So what is there to do before the game? So in non-league, this is mainly going to be their clubhouse, and I'm a big fan of Beverley setup, to be fair. You've got the cricket pitch on the left as you walk in, tennis club on the right, and then the football club straight ahead. You've also got a squash and like a racket sports area. So yeah, it's a very good facility, to be fair, and the clubhouse is real nice as well. You got live TV on. We have a Liverpool PSG game, and we're flicking through a few championship games as well. Yeah, I really like the setup. It's, to be honest, if I'm giving some advice, I'd say if you can get to this for a day game or a night game in the summer, I'd highly recommend it, so you can, you know, fully see the facilities, because it was obviously pretty dark, so you couldn't fully see the cricket pitch and the tennis courts. And like when I went, there were people on both. So yeah, I'd recommend trying to get there in the day if you can, or like I say, summer evenings game. But yeah, very impressed with myself. There's quite a few pubs around as well. There's a good chippy just outside the ground apparently as well, so quite a lot to do around as well, so pretty impressed to be fair. It's going to get a 4 out of 5. Next we've got the catering, and I've heard good things about Beverley's burgers, and I wasn't disappointed at all. I got the steak burger with cheese and then added crispy onions and chipotle on it as well. It was absolutely delicious, tasted really good. There's also a chippy just outside as well, but you know, if you go into the club, I'd definitely, you know, I like, you know, spending money at the club and supporting them, so I would highly recommend that burger bar. And also really good with the pints. Me and my dad got a pint each. It cost £7 for 2 pints of Cruz Campo, so £3.50 each. I've not known a better price than that at any ground I've been to this season, to be honest with you. I think the burger was £6.50 as well, so not too bad. So yeah, really good. I'm not going to quite give it 5 stars, but I'm going to give it just below. It's going to get a 4.5 out of 5. Next up, we've got the ground, and like I said, the facilities around it are excellent. The actual ground itself, it's all right, to be fair. Like I say, it's not one of the better ones at Step 5, but I've definitely been to a lot worse at this level. I'm not sure if they're planning on doing some redevelopments on it as well. So, like I say, the club on the up at minute, Beverley, they're putting a lot of work, you know, into the facilities, into the ground and stuff like that, which is good to see. In terms of the ground, going to go around the halfway point here. I'm going to go for a 2.5 out of 5. Next up, we've got atmosphere, and like I said, it's based on the level that the club are at, and a lot of times you can get absolutely no atmosphere at these levels. And to be fair, there were like a group near one of the dugouts that were, you know, making quite a bit of noise. They were singing songs every time there were substitutions, some really creative ones as well. Like they'd remixed £1 Pound Fish with some other lyrics, which were quite good, and quite liked where the final's been at Scunny, so we're singing Que Sera Sera, whoever will be we're going to Scunny, and a few other hits just like that. So yeah, to be fair, you know, there weren't a lot. It was a pretty flat game, but you know, they tried to make some noise, and for non-league level, pretty impressed with that. So it's going to get a 4 out of 5. And finally, we've got the overall experience. Like I said, I would highly recommend doing this game in the daylight, as you can properly see like facilities and everything that's going around it, because like I say, they have got excellent facilities at Beverley, plenty of like outdoor seating as well. So if you're on a lovely day like we did last time, you can really make the most of that. But yeah, we saw 8 goals, potential late comeback from Rosso that didn't happen. And yeah, it's been, you know, it's been a decent one, to be fair. I always enjoy coming to Beverley, and this time it was no different, so it's going to get a 3 out of 5. So this gives Beverley Town a total score of 18 out of 25, which puts them into 16th place out of 53 teams this season in the table, level on points with Pontefract Collieries. However, if 2 teams have got the same points, then the first deciding factor is the overall experience, and Pontefract Collieries is higher than Beverley's, hence they're higher in the table, and Beverley sitting 16th. So yep, another enjoyable trip to Beverley and another away day with Rosso complete. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the job done at this time, and the exit in the quarterfinals, Beverley go through to the semis. So good luck to Beverley in the semi-final, 1 round off the final, which got announced this week. It's going to be on Tuesday the 6th of May. 7:45 kickoff at Scunthorpe United. As of now, I've got no planned on that day, so I'm hoping to be there. So will Beverley be there? They've got to win 1 more game in their semi-final to get through to that final at Scunthorpe. So as for this video, I am going to leave it here. So thank you very much for watching. If you're new around here, please subscribe to the channel and drop video a like, whether you're an old or new viewer. Like I said before, let's aim for 30 likes. I know we can hit that, and you guys can get me 1 like closer to that target. And also remember to follow my social media at Adam Gittings PT on pretty much everything. So the next match on the channel is an absolutely huge one, as I take my first ever trip to Germany. We're entering the Bundesliga 2. We've got Fortuna Dusseldorf versus Regensburg on the Saturday, so I'm really excited for that one. I'm going to take you guys along with me, so make sure you come back at the weekend to check that video out. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.